Good morning. So I was reading on our class pages that several of you were finding it difficult to work with formative. So I wanted to use our assignment from this week to kind of show you a couple tricks and show you kind of how to work the program. And then I'm going to do a second video and show you how to access your feedback from me. So a couple things before we get started. When you click on the link through Google Classroom, it should send you to a page that either looks like this or it might send you directly to the assignment, which I think is more correct. But just in case that doesn't happen, you can find all of your formatives that you've been working on by clicking on this little formative word right here. And then you'll see a list of all the assignments that we've done or that you've been working on. And then you can choose the one that you want to look at and press open. So right now you should only have one assignment in my thing. All right, a couple things before we move forward. You will notice that it starts out with the title here. It tells you who wrote it. It'll probably be either myself or Miss Redding. The two of us are writing these assignments together. And then, then it also lets you kind of know how many questions and anyhow, so you can kind of see that. Then you're going to see a bar here, and this bar shows you all of the questions that you are working on, and if they're colored in like these are the ones that you've completed, that are finished, and the ones that are open are the ones that don't have anything filled in, so that means that you haven't completed those questions. Okay, then you can start scrolling down, and this completion bar will stay there the whole time, so you can kind of track how far you are in your assignment. Read everything just like in our Google Docs. All the instructions are there. There's step-by-step instructions as you go through. So we will start a lot of the time with a question, and then some sort of prediction. When you see something like this is just a normal text box. Just click on it and you can type in it like you can see here. I could just edit this and write trees again, or actually I could update it to say Douglas fir trees, because those are some of the ones that Douglas fir trees. I think, and we have, what other tree do we have in our backyard? Oh, we've got this beautiful dogwood. In fact, we've got a white dogwood and a pink dogwood, and the pink dogwood just started blooming, and it's gorgeous, like really deep rosy pink, and pink dogwood trees. I am the world's worst typer, by the way. I make all kinds of mistakes as I go along. Anyhow, so you can see I've gone through and typed in some answers. And then there's a second type of assignment that you might see, or a different format. So sometimes we're going to have things like worksheets. And since I can't print off the worksheets for you to help practice or to help you kind of organize your thoughts and understanding, what we will do is we'll put in a picture of that assignment. And then Ms. Redding and I will put numbers for each of the questions. And then what happens is you can see, oh, 4, here's our question here, and that's where you answer it. Going down here, why would your, or maybe let's see here, I like this, number 7, observation date, you can see right here, what is today's date? So you can see that they kind of correspond, 7 and 7, and you can answer the questions in on the side here that go here. Finally, there's the sketch function, and I wanted to show you that one because that's a little different than we have used before. So I'm going to go ahead and click there so I can go straight to that. There are going to be some where they say draw a sketch of your organism, and then you'll see, or not draw a sketch of your organism, but you'll see something that says show your work. In order to do that, you're going to click on the show your work. And then lots of different things you can do, but we can start by drawing. So I am not the world's best drawer, especially when I'm using a keypad. You can either draw with your finger. Here's Miss Dennis's awesome picture of a brush rabbit. Especially with a computer, because it's like, by the way, some of your drawings are amazing and some of them are super hilarious. Um, and I know this is not the easiest program to use for drawing. I mostly use this so that you can use some of the other functions. So sometimes I might ask you to underline something. So that's kind of nice. You can change your colors. There's not a lot of options, but there are a couple of options. You can add the shape of a square, circles. This is one that I kind of wanted to show you because this is kind of cool. If you make a mistake, there's an eraser and you can erase it. You can also go back to edit, but if you just want to erase certain things, like, oh, I just want to erase just this, yeah, just that part of it, you can. You can add text box. So if you want to label something, I could write ears, and then I can take my line and I can label it. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and delete all of my picture. And then I'm going to show you another trick that you can use. So I'm going to go back over here. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to open up a different thing. And I'm going to go brush rabbit. And I'm going to find a picture of a brush rabbit. And oh, look, see, there's my brush rabbit. They're kind of cute. Actually, this looks almost exactly like our little brush rabbit that's in our yard. And I'm going to go ahead and take that picture and I'm going to go ahead and save it into my drive. So I'm going to save my image. Just like you would, you can save your image into your Chromebook. I think it saves under your Google Drive, I believe. But for me, I'm just going to put it, here's some brush rabbit. Or I could even go and take a picture of my organism outside using my Chromebook or my phone and save it to my Google Drive. One of the things you can do with the Chromebook is it's a little clunky because you can't watch the screen at the same time as you take the picture, but because your Chromebooks can fold over into a tablet, you can turn them around and point it at whatever you have and try and take a picture that way. It does work. It's a little bit clunky, but it does work. You can also take your phone and take a picture of something, and then you can either email it to yourself or you can upload it onto your Google Drive. You can actually download Google Drives onto your smartphone and then save it to your Google Drive so that you can get a hold of it on your Chromebook. A couple different things that you can try. You don't have to. That's definitely a harder thing to try out, but if you're willing or if that's something you want to try, you can. But let's go ahead and focus on what's over here. All right, so I have found my picture that I want, and I'm going to go ahead and save it to my computer, or you'll save it to your Google Drive, and then I can go back to my formative, and I can click this little thing that looks like a mountain, and I can choose my item. So I will find it, and I can click on it. And my image should be showing up. What is going on? Oh, there it is. Okay. So here's my image. Oh, and instead of drawing it, look, I can add this. And yes, you can start doing this. This is a new thing I was learning just yesterday. See, I'm learning about it too. So I'm going to go ahead and then I can start adding my labels. Oh, look, I'm going to label their large ears, which by the way, help keep them cool as well as help them to hear. So we have large ears. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to my pointer. Okay. And then I should be able to click on this and I should be able to, oh, okay. Should be able to move this guy around. If I made a mistake, oh, here, let's try this. I often just play around with these things until I figure it out. Anyhow, that's how. So if you click here, you can actually grab it and you can move it around. So this little button here allows you to do that. It also allows you to do things like resize your image. Lots of different things you can do. Anyhow, so let's say that this is what we're done with. We're going to finish. My next picture could be, I could take this exact same picture and put it into the next one, and I could label all the organisms that I see around it. So like I could be like, oh, there's the grass. There are leaves from a plant that it looks like he's nibbled. You can actually see the little nibblings right there. But as soon as you're done, you're like, oh, that's good. Okay. And then in the top corner, you're going to see this little checkbox, and then your question is done and it's submitted, or it's ready to go. Okay. All right. Then you go through and you're all done. Yay, I finished it. Well, I haven't finished it. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little period in here. I'm just going to put something in so that it looks like it's finished. Notice that I can still see that I've got 3 questions that I haven't finished yet, and I might want to just go to those. I can click there and it'll bring me straight there. I'm just going to put something in so you guys can see it as if it was completed. Again, I can go over here. I'll do it one more time. Add my little brush rabbit. Wait a moment because it takes a minute for it to pop up. Good. And then I can label the things that I want. Click the little checkbox. And now I'm ready to turn it in. Now, if I forget to press the submit button, it's not the end of the world because guess what? Miss Dennis can be able to still see it, which is great. But I'm going to go ahead and submit it. And then I can just exit the assignment. And I can go back. And as a teacher, I'm going to try and make it set to be allowed to be edited. I think it doesn't seem that it set itself up that way. I will try to make sure that you can go back and edit your assignments after you've submitted. But if not, in our next video, I can show you how you can edit and how you can add information to your assignments and where you can get your information about how you did. So hopefully this helps. I will try to do another one of these when we use it again with some of the other tools. But for this one, we have just the text box, the picture that has the, I should say here. So just to review, we've got our text boxes, and then we've got the picture with the questions over here. And then we also have the ability to do the show your work. All right. And I hope this helps. That's my son, by the way. He just woke up at 7:30 and he really wants his mommy. All right. Goodbye.